Hi, I'm Romero with Container Garden Club, and today we're going to talk about soil. Having the right soil is one of the most important things you can do to ensure a healthy garden. Now, a lot of times people make a mistake, and I certainly made this mistake, of putting topsoil into their soil mixture and trying to grow their plants in containers using the topsoil. Big mistake. One of the things that I noticed when I used to do that is that I would get compacting of my roots. Sometimes I would get weeds come through and other issues that would really give me a very diminished product. You get a much more robust plant by actually not using soil at all. We're going to use a very secret mix that will help us to grow productive plants, and I'm going to tell you this recipe is just very simple. One of which is to use compost. A local compost, if you compost on your own, that will work, or you can find a local nursery. But making sure you have a very good compost, and we're going to do equal parts of each of these ingredients. I also use vermiculite. And vermiculite is a very soft product, and what it is very porous. It keeps the plant from compacting, so it's going to make sure that those roots really do have a chance to breathe and that you have really, really good growth. And then the last thing that we're going to use is a bit of peat moss. And again, for each of these elements, we're going to use equal parts. Once you have the three in there, you're just going to mix it. I like to mix by hands because I like to get my hands dirty. But if you want to use tools, I've got a list of tools and actually all of these supplies in the comment bar below. So just look below and you'll be able to see all of these things there. Now, sometimes you need to sweeten your mixture, especially if you want to make sure that it's productive, because sometimes peat moss and other things can be a bit more acidic. So I like to use a bit of garden lime, and the garden lime will help with that. It'll help kind of sweeten your soil, and this will also help just ensure that you've got a really good balance. So just those three items, adding a little bit of lime, and you can add amendments based off of the area that you live in. So sometimes you might want to use something that will help with a bit more calcium, so you can add fish bone and meal to your mix. Some people will use a little bit of sand to help again with some of that aeration, but find what works in your area. This is what works for me, and the next tip will come soon. Thanks for joining us today at Container Garden Club.